The excessive intake of salt can result in a whole lot. And today we want to talk about how it can result in high blood pressure or hypertension. This is the Holistic Wellness Sport. When you take in too much salt, in our subsequent videos, we've talked about 7 different problems this can relate or this can bring to you. And today we want to talk about how it can result in blood pressure specifically. After that, we are going to talk about the long-term effects of it and also what you can do so that you don't get into this situation. So we are going to start with the first point, which is fluid retention. When we talk about fluid retention, how does fluid retention happen? When you take in too much salt, the sodium in the salt draws water into your bloodstream. And when it draws water into your bloodstream, this is going to increase your blood volume, or your blood volume is going to increase, meaning you're going to have more blood than usual. Then when this happens, how is it going to impact you? You see, a normal blood volume is suitable for your blood vessels for them to tolerate, or that also keeps them under normal pressure. But when your blood volume increases, it's also going to put more pressure on your blood vessels. And when it puts more pressure on your blood vessels, this will result in high blood pressure or hypertension. That's the first one. The second one is blood vessel constriction. What do we mean by blood vessel constriction? Now, your blood volumes are high. It's putting a lot of pressure on your blood vessels and your arteries. So it's further going to narrow. Your blood vessels are going to narrow. This is what we mean by blood vessel constriction. So your blood volumes are high. It's already putting pressure on the normal blood vessels you have. Now these blood vessels are going to narrow again. What do you think is going to happen? This is going to cause resistance. This is how it's going to impact you. There's going to be a resistance buildup, and this resistance is going to force your heart to do more work, to pump a lot of blood. And when this continues, it's going to result in high blood pressure or hypertension. Now let's look at the third point. That is hormonal response. When you continue taking in too much salt, this is going to trigger a hormone called aldosterone. This aldosterone will make this sodium increase in your body and also increase the fluid retention. So it's basically becoming a cycle, because when these blood vessels, when this fluid or fluid retention builds up, it's going to make your blood volumes go up. And when it goes up, this is going to put pressure on your blood vessels. And now there's going to be pressure on your heart to work harder. And it comes back to this hormonal response and it becomes a cycle. This is what happens. Now, what is going to be the long-term effect? This is going to be on you. What's going to be the long-term effect? One is chronic hypertension. When something is chronic, meaning it has reached its peak. Yes. So when your blood pressure reaches its peak this way, it's going to further worsen into heart attack. It can get into stroke, and eventually your heart can fail. That is it. Now, the second long-term effect it's going to have on you is kidney strain. When you keep on taking more salt, excessive salt, it's going to make your kidney filter excess sodium. It's going to make it filter excess sodium. And when it filters excess sodium, it's going to weaken your kidney. And eventually, that one is also going to cause you kidney damage. You see, this is really daring, and I don't believe anyone will like to experience this. So now, what can you do? This is the biggest question everyone who has watched this video to this point is going to ask. What can you do? One is to follow the dietary guidelines. In our video, we talked about some health organizations which have recommended our salt intake. The World Health Organization has recommended its own, the American Heart Association also, and also the American Dietary Guideline has also recommended our salt intake. You can find this video at the top here. So when you watch it, you're going to see the amount of salt you should take. And now there are some practical steps that you can also follow. With these two, you need to decrease your intake of processed foods. This is very important because they contain a lot of sodium. You need to cook more at home. With that one, you have control over the amount of salt you use, and also use more of herbs and also natural spices instead of the artificial one. You'll find this video also at the top here, so you can watch it and you'll get the whole information about what you can do. It depends on two things: the guideline that you should follow in taking salt, and also the practical steps that you can do. I believe that when you are able to do all these in reducing your salt intake, these problems that we mentioned will not be on your side, and this is really going to make you very healthy. So this is where we end today's video. In our next topic, we are going to talk about why is salt iodized. Why is salt iodized? That's what we're going to talk about in our next video. So when this video you watched gave you a lot of value, be kind to us, like it. You can add any contribution. Maybe you have other information, so you can put it there. When you have a question too, you can put it in the comments and share it to others so that they can also educate themselves. Remember that our coaching programs are available: the general coaching program, the customized coaching program. Any of them you would like to get started on for weight loss or loosen belly fats, we are ready to start with you. So just get into the description. You'll find two links: our WhatsApp link and also the website. Any of them, just tap into it and it will bring you somewhere so that you know what to do next. This is the Holistic Wellness Sport from the studios of Eddie Fitness 24 Club. See you when I see you.